Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an early morning fire leads to a tragic loss for one Kentucky family. And outdoor experts remind people to be careful as they board their boats to enjoy some time out on the lake.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, 5:33. I'm Dakota Makris. It's Tuesday, and boy, do I wish I was out on a boat yesterday, but I was here. Well, Brendan, I guess I kind of was out on a boat. I was anchoring.
Yeah.
So get it? Oh, okay, I guess that's a bad. I guess that's bad.
It's okay.
Because you really pilot a boat, you don't. Well, I guess you anchor a boat. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna just stop talking.
Let me have it. Let me have it. Just you quiet for a second, and I'll take over for a little bit. Just get your thoughts together. We'll get through this together. All right, let's get into the forecast this morning, and we are seeing some visibility issues out there. So be careful if you're heading up through here pretty soon. Down to less than a mile in Ashland and Harlan, 4-mile threshold there in Jacksboro. So again, that kind of jagged line there between those three locations. Patchy, dense fog. Not up high, though. Buffalo Mountain already seeing some daylight this morning. 63 up there and in Hazard. 69, though, Prestonsburg. 68 in Moorhead. 70, Logan, Pikeville, and Jackson. Only 150-degree reading this morning, and it's in Clintwood as usual. 57 over there. That's the coolest spot in the region. And even from yesterday to today, probably tomorrow, everybody at least a few degrees warmer, and that's been the trend over the last couple of days. For today, 89 is our official forecast high. Sunrise will be at 6:14, sunset 8:48. A mainly dry day. There is a stray, as Cameron put it last night, if you could put a 5% chance on the 7-day of a small pop-up shower near the Kentucky-Tennessee border. We'll keep an eye on it for you and keep you posted if something develops. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, a man charged with stabbing a woman in southern Kentucky will be in court today. Whitley County deputies say Daryl Earls attacked his girlfriend last week. At last check, she is in a medically induced coma after 8 hours of surgery. Earls is charged with attempted murder and assault. He's set to have a preliminary hearing this morning. Well, we now know the name of a woman who was killed in a four-wheeler crash Sunday. Well, the Martin County coroner, Chris Todd, says the sheriff's office was called to a house on Rock House Road in the Tomahawk community. Sheriff's deputies tell us 61-year-old Muriel Penix was killed. The coroner says she was pronounced dead at Highlands ARH. Well, an Estill County family lost their home and one of their dogs in a fire Monday morning. Irvine firefighters say flames sparked around 5 o'clock Monday morning on Stevens Avenue. Well, the family made it out safely along with one of their other dogs, but the other dog, however, didn't survive. Crews said the fire damaged nearby buildings, including the home of Irene Gillespie. Well, she tells us she was sleeping when she heard her and her daughter and neighbors knocking on the front door.
I can't imagine that, honey. Because I know how scary it was when I saw that fire creeping up next to mine. It was like a foot from my home. And they started spraying my house down and saved mine.
Crews say it took about 30 minutes to get the fire out. Well, the cause of that fire is under investigation. Well, a similar tragedy happened in Johnson County. Rock House Fire and Rescue officials said they were called to an apartment fire off Highway 460 shortly after 3 o'clock yesterday morning. Firefighters from the agency fought through heavy smoke and later called W.R. Castle Fire Rescue Department for help. Well, they quickly extinguished the fire and said damage was done to only one apartment. Officials say they were able to rescue 2 dogs and 1 cat, but 2 cats were found dead. Fortunately, no people were injured during the fire. A Southern Kentucky man is facing charges after police say he gave a boy shots of whiskey. Police in Monticello responded to a call that a child was very intoxicated. The 8-year-old was taken to a hospital. Police arrested 50-year-old Charles Jones. Well, they charged him with wanton endangerment and unlawful transactions with a minor. From wearing life jackets to staying hydrated, local officials are giving tips as to how you and your family can stay safe while boating this summer. Officer Joseph Braden with the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife says when you are out on the water, well, it's important to be aware of other boaters and follow boating guidelines and rules, Especially during warm summer days, regional lakes become high traffic areas, and it is up to us to ensure we're following safety protocols to leave the water accident free.
Just pay attention, wear your life jacket, and the biggest thing is to leave the alcohol at home. It's just like driving a car. Everybody wants to either speed or, like in here, it's the no wakes, or bring the alcohol, or not wearing their life jackets.
Well, officials say staying hydrated throughout the day, especially when boating, is one of the best ways to stay safe while you are out on the water. It was a busy weekend for traveling. AAA officials say 500,000 Kentuckians were expected to travel this Memorial Day weekend. Grayson Passmore stopped at a gas station at the Athens-Boonesboro exit off I-75, where travelers had mixed reviews about traveling with gas prices at record highs.
So we stayed at a campground in Asheville, just relaxing, hanging out with my kids and their babies. So it's been pretty fun.
While we're not sure who's having more fun this weekend, Mocha or Randy Sherling, Sherling says this is an annual trip with family that he wouldn't miss, no matter how high the gas prices get.
The gas prices didn't fluctuate the entire time. They were still way too high. But as it is, you know, we wanted to go.
Mocha is blissfully unaware that Sherling's spending more than ever at the pumps. And Sherling's not alone.
I think we saw like $4.80 in some places, and it's more than $100 to fill up a half a tank in the truck, so sometimes it really sucks.
Matt Schmidt also had his plans in place and is traveling back home from Florida to Wisconsin. While Sherling and Schmidt set ahead on their expensive journeys, it seemed clear to both travelers that many others ditched the drives.
I think people maybe are finding stuff to do that's a little bit more closer to home, a little more local, even if that means just setting up a tent in your backyard.
Normally when we've hit this area, traffic's backed up. Tennessee, normally it's backed up before you hit. Kentucky, we didn't have any of that. So yeah, I was very surprised that the traffic was much lower.
That was Grayson Passmore reporting. The average price for gas in our state is $4.30 a gallon. Well, many young artists dream to have a platform where their art is shared at a larger level, and soon enough, one southeastern Kentucky artist will have her artwork hanging in one of the most prestigious buildings in the nation. Corbin High School graduate Quincy Calico was recently chosen as the winner of the 2022 Congressional Art Competition for Kentucky's 5th District. Calico's piece, titled Somewhere in Between, was chosen by Congressman Hal Rogers and will hang in the U.S. Capitol building for the next year.
It's really incredible just as a young artist to be recognized in this way. And so it felt, I guess, confirming that, you know, my artwork is impactful and it can do good things and it's worth pursuing in my future.
Well, Calico also received 2 plane tickets so she could travel to see her artwork hanging in the Capitol building. She says she hopes this piece can inspire other artists to stay true to themselves and to continue making the art they want to create. Well, just ahead this morning, fans of a late and great comedian can now watch his final special. All those details in just a few minutes.
And while we say hello to another summer-like day, we track an approaching cold front that could bring us some rain chances later this week. I'll have the latest in about 3 minutes.